map is kind of a more beginner, new player friendly map that isn't too wild and great for getting your feet wet. Meanwhile, Buried City is a slightly rougher map to navigate and is kind of a battleground for more experienced players. I gotta say, the environments are pretty impressive if that's something that's important to you as a player. It really does feel like you're scavenging for your life out there in the post-apocalyptic era. Naturally, your visual experience is probably going to depend a lot on your rig if you're gaming on PC, but I'm pretty sure Embark has recommended tech specs on their site if you want to go check those out. Moving on, night raids. While I didn't have a chance to play them in the closed content creator capture event, kind of a mouthful, I was able to play them before in the alpha. They're basically limited time in-game events where you launch into a map at nighttime and things are more difficult. It's harder to see enemies from a distance, and usually there are also more arc robots lurking around as well, but the loot is better, so it's kind of a risk versus reward type deal. Thing number 4, you can play in squads up to 3 or solo. And if you're thinking to yourself, hey man, I don't know about that. I don't want to go in alone and then get totally rolled up on by a squad of 3 people. Also, Cool Ranch Doritos are extremely overrated. Then I agree with you on both counts. Thankfully, there are other flavors, but also the way the game works is that if you load in solo, the game will prioritize trying to put you into a match with other players who are also solo to prevent situations where lone players get ganged up on. Same thing if you're in a lobby with 2 of your buddies. Speaking from my own experience, playing solo is definitely viable, but personally, I feel that rolling with a squad of buddies is 110% the way to go. Fights are a little bit more interesting because you can try to flank enemy teams and work together in the heat of the moment. You also, of course, just have the expected fun of running around and being silly with the homies.
I'm about to Peter pipe you, dude. Come on.
Now I'm gonna follow you. Yeah, I'm compelled to follow, bro. Thing number 5, there's a skill tree and a lot of progression. Wiping enemy teams and staying alive long enough to extract is great because it means more loot, but also more XP and building out your skill tree, which I'm interested in. The 3 main paths are conditioning, mobility, and survival. I'll be honest with you, I'm looking forward to seeing if any of these trees evolve or change post-launch in any way, because I personally feel like due to how incredibly important stamina is, you'd have to be a borderline lunatic to not go immediately all in on the mobility tree, which will immediately allow you to start improving your overall stamina a lot. But I guess time will tell. In addition to your skill tree, you also have the ability to build and develop your workshop back in the underground city of Speranza. And you can hang out with Scrappy the Rooster, but that's a whole different story. Your workshop will allow you to build and eventually upgrade different stations, which all fall under the umbrella of crafting. So if you went out into the field and died, and therefore lost a really sick weapon that you really enjoyed, if you had an upgraded enough gunsmith station back home, you could simply craft and even upgrade a new version of that gun, provided you had the raw materials to do so. The skill tree and the overall workshop upgrading are kind of like Arc Raiders' version of playing the game of number get bigger. Basically, it gives you something to work towards, and it was something I ended up enjoying more than I thought I would. Thing number 6, the fashion is weird AF. Again, the setting of Arc Raiders is a post-apocalyptic world where you're a raider, translation underground dwelling hobo trash scavenging survivalist with excellent crafting skills, and the fashion options you have access to 100% accurately reflect that world building. A lot of these outfits